Ladies and gentlemen, the How Far Down podcast is brought to you by
the How Far Down merch store.
Here we got our featured shirt of the week, our laserproof blue t-shirt. Protect your torso with his laserproof blue How Far Down t-shirt. Which one do you like the best?
I'm going to go with my top. Let's see. These are all nice, but bam! Bigfoot, baby. That's vintage style, Bigfoot, and a unisex. They're all unisex, by the way.
Yep.
How about you? What's your favorite?
I like Bribin 24/7 a lot.
Oh,
But
that's
I think my absolute favorite is right here, bro, at the top. This alien chick.
Yeah, that's
my
the
favorite.
top seller right there. You too can have these shirts. We want to thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your support. We'll put all the links in the bio to the store. Thanks so much. All right, Billy Ulrich.
What's up, brother?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man.
All right. I got a video for you today.
What's cooking?
Whoa!
Have you heard of the 80-year theory? Basically, every 80 years, there's a crucial change that ultimately changes humanity. We're coming up on 2024. 80 years ago, World War II. Wow. 80 years before 1944, 1864, Civil War. 80 years before that, the end of the Revolutionary War, America becoming the United States. And so he's like, what's going to happen in 2024? If we're sticking to this 80-year theory. He brought like AI. He's like, AI didn't exist.
Oh, that's scary, man. I just saw on TikTok, there's this girl who's like orthodontist or something. Pretty popular on TikTok. She's verified and everything. She just saw a video of somebody having a product for oral care, and it's her at the bottom. What? Using her voice and her face and her body and everything to endorse that product. What? And there's no way of stopping it. You have to have a full internet
Because it's
shutdown.
too late. AI is everything.
You're not going to stop it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that's some heavy shit.
It's heavy shit, man.
I've read about this actually a little bit in the past.
Okay, what do you got?
The fourth turning.
What's this?
The fourth turning. Strauss and Howe, I believe. Yeah, Strauss and Howe. They wrote this book, and the concept of the fourth turning is a theory about generational cycles in American history, right? William Strauss and Neil Howe, 1997, he wrote this book. It's called Fourth Turning, an American Prophecy, and this theory proposes that history moves in cycles of roughly 80, 90 years, like they're saying. And it's not exactly 80 years, right? It's roughly.
Yeah, it's
but
a ballpark figure.
It's cyclical for sure, and it's legit. They call it a saculum. I can't pronounce it. And it's divided into four turnings. You got the first turning, which is the high, period of optimism, rebuilding strong institutions, etc. Second turning is sort of the awakening, right, with phases marked by the challenge to establish social norms and values, often leading to spiritual or cultural renewal. Younger generations begin to challenge the status quo, leading to social upheaval. Third turning is the unraveling. During this time, institutions are weakened and individualism is on the rise. There's a sense of distrust in institutions and a fragmentation of society. The focus sounds familiar. The focus shifts from collective action to personal gain. And now, the fourth turning, which we're in the midst of right now, the crisis. It's a period of major upheaval and redefinition of social structures. Often following a significant crisis like war or economic collapse, society undergoes a period of rapid change and eventually emerges with renewed institutions and a reshaped identity. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds a little familiar.
It's eerily familiar. So yeah, this whole theory, like this is a legit thing. You just look at history.
Gotcha.
You know, some of the things you were saying, Revolutionary War, yeah. But and right now, we are still in the midst of the fourth turning, and I think he said 2024 is maybe not exactly, but it's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's the 80-year mark from the last.
They expect that big crisis to happen. Okay, and then of course after that we transition into finding the high back, getting back to the high. But before that happens, it's crisis for 80 years roughly. How's that sound to you?
No, it's not crisis for 80 years, right?
Well, it'll take basically it's 80 years before the next
cycle.
turning, right? Oh, I see what you mean. Like,
Yeah, like there's 4 phases to the
between,
cycle.
so, yeah, like
each
15,
phase,
10, whatever. Yeah.
so yeah, it's only going to be 15 to 20 years of
Right.
absolute carnage, mayhem,
Right.
death and destruction,
Yep.
upheaval,
That sounds like a long time.
chaos.
Mayhem.
Right. I mean, this 4-tiered cycles, this fits really easily into the last 80 years. After the Second World War, you got the baby boomers.
Yep.
You know, and that's when America experienced all the economic prosperity and growth and fulfillment of the American dream.
Yeah,
you
my
know?
picket fence.
Yeah, and then for the last 10, 20 years or so, we've been in number 3, right? And so yeah, we're on the cusp of number 4, which is when the shit goes down.
That began. I think they roughly said around 2008. The fourth turning.
Okay, so we're like doo. We're like
Yeah,
doo.
it's
Gotcha.
like it's here. So according to the cycles of history, is what they're saying. As of late 2023, the fourth turning theory, you would still be in the midst of it right now.
Well, you know, the references that they use were all war. I mean, the stage is set, bro. Right now, the stage is set. You got 2 major conflicts, and with the way that all the alliances are set up, you know, it just take one dumbass to do something dumb, and then everyone's fucked and everyone's involved.
Pretty much. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we're in it. When you read this, you read about what the fourth turning is. I mean, we're clearly there. This is the world around us now.
Sure.
You know, like you just said, the stage is set. We got Ukrainian war. Taiwan's probably coming, right? We've got all the shit going on between Palestinian and Israel. Like, there's just fucking chaos. Not to mention all the shit that's going on, like that happened when COVID hit, and
Yeah, we're just only talking war,
Right.
you know. I mean, yeah, we're gonna open it up to all that other stuff.
so much of it.
Yeah, the stage is set, bro. The stage is set for complete fuckery.
And there's not really anything you can do about it because this is just how it works, right? I mean, what we do about it is we climb out of it over a period of time. Like you said, like the 15 to 20 years. It's a period of time until the next turning, right? But it takes that long to get out of this crisis that we'll be in.
Right.
You know? I mean, it kind of feels like we're in the crisis now, right? I mean, we are just like in the midst of that crisis.
Well, it feels like it's starting, you know.
But the pinnacle, like what is that going to look like? Because they don't, they don't really describe exactly what's going to happen because you don't really know. But it's not going to be good, you know, clearly.
I mean, the examples they had, you know, war with the UK, war within, war with the world. The next fucking progression clearly is space, bro.
I mean, that's, you know, it's no coincidence that, you know, in the last few years too, there's been a lot more government release of UFO talk too, right?
Right.
You know, there's got to be some connection there. Like the next big war is with what? Aliens? Invasion?
I'm just saying there seems to be a progression, you know.
Yeah.
The most obvious one, you know, war with another country or, you know,
Yeah, what's the next progression? It's like,
occupying country or whatever, you know. Then the next craziest thing, 'cause war is crazy, right?
it's fucking brutal.
It's fucking crazy. So the only thing crazier than that,
murdering people left and right.
right, than war with a country, the only thing crazier than that is a civil war. That's really fucking crazy.
Yes.
Right?
That's
What
another
could be
shit.
crazier than a civil war? A world war, every country fighting in.
And then what's crazier than that?
So what's the next escalation of that?
and you're right though. The stage is set because of again more released about UFOs. But then there's the other side of me that says it's psyop. Like they're gonna stage because now we have the technology, right?
Allegedly, they've got
it's
been rumored for a while.
They've had it for years, right? I mean, Lazar. Just go with Lazar's story has never changed. The guy's story's never changed, not one iota. He's a very believable guy.
Right.
There's no reason to not believe that guy, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if we've got the technology, then why couldn't they fake it? That still would fall in line. Like, I'm not saying that they would fake it in the sense of just throw spaceships up there. Like, no, they would throw spaceships up there and take people out, take out shit. But would it be the aliens or would it be the corrupt people that
corrupt governments posing as aliens?
I guess that becomes the question. Either way, the fourth turning still, it goes about, right? And it still progresses as if history has said it will.
Maybe there's an intermediary step that the dude mentioned on there. AI. Maybe the next escalation of the world at war, every country involved in a war, big or small, one way or another. Maybe the next escalation is war with technology. Not using technology one country or another to kill each other, but us at war with technology.
Robots. Terminator.
Which one's the fucking more outlandish one then, man?
That's a great question. I think war with robots is far off.
It's further away than aliens?
I think so. I do. But I don't think I think that's inevitable. I do. Truly do. I don't know if it's gonna be a Terminator movie, but I think war with, we're gonna have a problem with AI. There's gonna be a major
100%. It's not gonna end well.
No, I don't see how it could because first of all, there's not enough regulations on it now, and there's a lot of powerful people that don't want those regulations.
Right.
Because they think it'll stymie its progress, perhaps, or maybe for worse reasons. Who knows? But I think it's more conceivable in the near future that it's either an alien invasion, or in my opinion, I think it would be more of a staged alien invasion, and the use of the technology that the government has on. I do think this. I think alien life exists. I think they've landed here. I think all that. I believe all that. I've seen enough stuff now, but I think a lot of the stuff that we've seen, especially I would say recently, of late in the last few years, is government. I think at least some of it's government, and it's because we now have the technology. What do you think of that? Do you agree with that?
I think so.
You think it's possible?
I think it's likely.
How far down? Yeah, likely.
I think it's likely that a significant number of UFO sightings, some kind of government craft. It may be alien government craft, but some kind of government craft.
Yeah.
A little tangent on with the AI, man. I think that the first two things where AI is gonna fuck shit up. Number one, the fucking criminals are gonna use it.
Like hackers types?
Not even hackers.
You think like dumbass criminals?
Like all kinds of criminals are gonna find ways to use it for criminal shit, stuff that we couldn't even think of it because we're not criminals, Right. But dude, 100%. I would bet a guitar that the cartel is using AI. They probably got their own bots that don't have the restrictions.
Right.
100% they do, bro. They hire.
They'd be smart too if they want to.
They hire some of the most advanced chemists and scientists to do criminal things for them.
They got the money for it, for sure.
100%. They're hiring computer scientists.
Oh, that's fucking dark.
So yeah, dude.
That's really dark.
The cartels, the organized crime, and even just unorganized. The regular criminals are going to be getting access to AI bots that don't have the limitations that the public does, like with ChatGPT and stuff.
Yeah.
And who the fuck knows how and where? I just know it's going to happen, and I think it's going to be one of the first big things where it'll come out and be like, well, what the fuck do we do about this?
That's
like,
internal chaos. Yeah.
And
that's a grim future.
and the other thing that I think is going to start happening soon, within a couple of years, I think it will be noticeable, is that there just ain't going to be fucking jobs for people.
Well, yeah, they're going to take all. AI's going to take them all.
AI is going to start filling a lot of fucking paper pushing jobs.
That's a crisis in itself, major.
I think it's going to be a big problem. I think it's going to be a huge problem. I think there's going to be lots and lots of people.
There's going to be a lot more homeless. Like, think about what's going to do for people when they're out of a job. What happens? You lose your homes. You go home. You're homeless. You're a homeless person.
You're going to be fucked, man.
You already have a problem with that.
If you've had a clerical job for years, and that's pretty much your skill set, it's going to be rendered useless. I think sooner rather than later.
So, but will they train people to use AI, or will they just let AI take over control of it? Like, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to need all those people. That's
what I'm getting at. That's exactly that's what I'm.
But like, I know that direction you're going, and I'm with you. I just wonder, like,
listen, man, you got 10 people in an office, 9 of them are going to be useless.
Right? Because only need one to run the AI.
Somebody's going to win the lottery.
Yeah.
They're not going to really win the lottery. They're going to get paid the same wage to do 10 people's job.
And they're going to feel lucky that they still have the job.
They're going to feel lucky that the only one that still got the job. Yeah, but they're going to have you do 10 people's job as the AI assistant.
And you got 9 homeless families.
You're going to have 9 families in dire trouble.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe a few of them got some other skills or find some other thing or whatever, but probably not.
A lot of them are not going to.
But probably not. Yeah.
Imagine you've been working at some company for 30 years. You missed the boat on any other thing. You're in and you're stuck and you're not going anywhere because this is how you feed your family.
Right.
And along comes your boss and says, we don't need you anymore. You're fucking 10 years from retirement, let's say.
Right.
You're fucked.
You're pretty fucked.
Because, like, referring back to what you just said a minute ago, most of them won't have other skills. That's the kind of person that's not going to have other skills. They've had this desk job for 30 years, and this is all they know.
Right. You dedicated yourself to this spot.
And I mean, it's a valid thing for someone to do, and now they're screwed. That's a brutal reality.
I think it's coming in mass, and I think it's coming a lot sooner than people think, man. And something
too.
people think maybe, in 20 years or something, I could see that happening. Dude, I'm talking in 5 years. Within 5 years, I think there's going to be millions of people out of the job.
I don't think that's an unreasonable estimate. I think you're probably right on. Yeah. Within 5 years, I would say that too, for sure. It's just moving so fast. So fast. ChatGPT gets better every day. I use it constantly.
Hey, man, maybe that'll be one of the catalysts, towards the fourth turning.
Could be. I think it's got to be a major player. Right.
Do you suffer from joint pain, arthritis, inflammation, or eczema? Can't get a good night's sleep? What you need is some CBD from the hemp company in Nebraska. It's veteran-owned and Nebraskan grown. Visit us at thcnebraska.com or text 308-241-1235. That's 308-241-1235. Big Red Pain Relief from the hemp company in Nebraska.
Some scary shit, though. I mean, because you can't. We know, if you believe this, which is just repeating what happened in history, and it's doing a math problem, essentially. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, something major and bad is going to happen.
Right.
What it is, I guess you don't know specifically until it does.
I'm trying to guess, yeah.
But in any event, there will be an event or several events. I guess I get curious. Is like, what's the pinnacle before? Like, what's the high point? Like, what is the major? I mean, right now you could say there's like war in Ukraine was major, okay, but then something else came. Like, I don't know what's worse, Israel-Palestine thing, Ukraine thing. I don't know what's worse. I don't know, but all bad, right?
They're all bad. Yeah, none of them are good.
But I guess like we were saying earlier, then what does it go to? It goes to alien invasion. Or, AI. Like when is that the last crisis type thing, and then it starts to teeter off? I wonder what the fuck that's gonna be.
Who the fuck knows, bro?
I know, but it's gotta be either AI or aliens. Don't you think?
I mean, if
What
you
do
get
you think, Bigfoot?
right, you're so boo boo boo.
You fucking bastard. Tight pants bastard.
It's just so hard to imagine anything wilder than every country in the world being at war
Right.
with each other in every direction. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to.
Do you think World War III is coming?
I mean, I think it could.
Like in the traditional sense of like just on this planet. Do you think that's coming, or is it gonna skip over into be like this alien invasion or AI robots?
Well, okay, a World War III would suffice to be a crisis and fulfill this 80-year prophecy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there just seems to be a pattern that each time
It progresses.
it's crazier and crazier. So, you know, if
Nuclear
it's-
war would be fucking crazy.
full nuclear war would be crazier than
Than the last?
than just a two-bomb nuke or. Fuck, man, that actually would be a sufficient escalation to
Right.
probably fulfill the the slope of this graph.
Yeah,
You know,
I think so. I mean, that's brutal to think about. That is brutal.
it's not that many steps away, man. You know, you got a few conflicts going on right now, and the way that the alliances between countries are run, it really just take one reckless asshole
True.
to involve themselves.
There's plenty of them out there.
Yeah,
Right,
there's no shortage of reckless assholes
Yep, in charge.
in charge. Yeah,
Fuck. It's a very depressing podcast.
a little bit.
But I mean, listen, this is just what's happening. You know, preparation. I don't know how you prepare for such a thing.
Preparation.
I think you just react.
Yeah.
You put hammer cream on and you react to it. Well, how far down would you go then? This is a grim ass podcast to say the next major crisis in this war turning, in this crisis, would be nuclear war. What would you say? Nuclear war? How far down?
I think there's a good possibility. I'll go with likely.
All right, alien attack. Whether staged or not. Well, maybe we should separate those.
Well, here's the thing.
Legit alien.
Okay, we know everybody's got nukes. We think everybody's got aliens, but we know everyone's got nukes. So I got to downgrade it from the nukes. So
Okay.
possible.
Possible.
Yeah, you'll go
What about a
possible.
stage? What a psyop staged government alien attack?
Oh, I got to rearrange it now. That's more likely than actual aliens.
I think so too.
Right.
Yep. So World War III with like nukes, likely
That's the most likely
Yeah.
one. Next one would be possible.
Possible.
Last one.
would be
Actual alien war unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too far down though.
not too far down. But then hold on, I got one more for you.
Oh man.
AI, Attack of the Machines, Terminator style.
Well, they don't got the machines yet.
Right.
They're not gonna have a army of clones or whatever. Attack of the Clones. Fleet of them. Close enough.
Right. That's a ways out in my opinion.
For the robot part, but I don't think it needs a physical. These avatar robots to just fuck the world in its proverbial ass.
Right. No, you're right. It doesn't have to be the Terminator. Right.
You know,
it can be.
Dude, if it can just hack into the power grid.
Yeah, because that would be devastation.
If it would hack into the power, if it shut down the power grid in
Fuck with our water supply.
in multiple countries, I think it'd probably be good enough to really.
Yeah.
But we know that AI exists, and I know it's going to be out of hand. So I'm going to put nukes and AI in the same thing. I think those are the two most likely.
Most likely. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think that more so than the alien. But I think nukes, AI. That's probably tied. Maybe nukes slightly ahead. Government staged alien attack.
Yeah.
And then alien attack.
Gotcha.
I would say in that order.
Yeah.
Trickling down. And yeah, I don't know how. I mean, get your survival kits out, right? Stack
Here's the
some
thing,
water,
man. You
buy weapons.
kind of said it a few times. There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah.
There's nothing any person could do to prevent this cycle.
You can only prepare.
So all you can do is take care of yourself. That's all you can fucking do.
That's it. So fucking good luck, everybody.
I don't even know what to do, man. Push-ups, jumping jacks, hoard your money.
Yeah, who knows? I think you should buy Bitcoin personally, but that's just me. We'll do a podcast on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We gotta talk some Bitcoin.
Right.
Bitcoin. All right, you know what? Thanks for being part of this, Billy.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being part of this Bigfoot.
You're so boo 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 boo.
Till next time.